So if you are watching videos about mental frameworks or a mindset which you can use, a good example of a mental framework could be just lock in, or another one could be, for example, prove them wrong. And I have provided these examples just in case you don't know what mental frameworks are or what I am basically talking about in this video. The thing about those mindsets or mental frameworks is that they might not work for you right now. And so watching those videos, it's not that it's useless, because you actually need to know about those mindsets for them to work eventually. But most of them won't actually work for you right now. And so you feel productive, you feel motivated after watching such videos, but afterwards you can't really implement that sort of a mindset. And the thing is that those mindsets work for the people who are talking about them in their videos, because otherwise they wouldn't really talk about them. But they might not work for you. And so what's actually the reason behind that? And the reason is that each one of us goes through different situations or different paths throughout our lives. And so the person who is making that video and talking about a certain mindset has gone through different situations compared to you. And so that mindset might not work for you because you haven't gone through the same situations or choices that the person who has made the video has gone through. If you feel horrible because for some reason other people who are making videos about you should just walk in or you should go all in, and you don't really know how to implement it, or you try to implement it but it doesn't work for you for some reason, then it's not something you have to worry about, in a sense that you will start beating yourself up for it, because it's not your fault. The main point of this is that there is a chance that those mindsets might never work for you in the first place, or they will eventually, after you will go through a certain situation. For me, there was one mindset which, for some reason, I have heard of it, but I never really thought much about it, and also when I tried to use it, it didn't really make me feel anything, or it basically didn't work for me. But not that long ago, it actually started working. And there is a simple reason behind that. Because something happened that was interconnected to that sort of like a mental framework. And so once that situation happened, I suddenly knew that it was time to use that mindset. It's very difficult to explain, hopefully you will understand what I am trying to explain here. And after that situation, for some reason I started to be able to actually use that mindset. And so that you know what I'm talking about, the mindset is that, what if I will do something differently right now? Or how will my day look like if I won't do this, or if I will do this? And this mindset didn't make me feel anything, or it didn't work for me, basically. But after that sort of a situation happened, when I did a bad habit which I didn't want to do, and after doing that habit I felt like shit. But that's when, like, the situation that I was in, like, checked all the boxes which make the framework work. And so afterwards it actually started working for me. Now when I am deciding if I will do something, or if I will eat, or if I will, for example, to be more specific, eat something that I don't want to eat, it could be like pastry, since I don't want to eat pastry that much, I use this mindset and it actually works. I ask myself, how will my day look like if I won't eat this pastry? And it literally makes me not want to eat it anymore, because I want to see how my day will look like. But beforehand, before that situation happened, when I tried doing the same thing, I didn't really care about how my day would look like if I wouldn't eat that pastry. And so it's kind of fascinating how once we go through our lives, we go through different kinds of situations, we gain knowledge, we gain experience, and after going through those experiences, some of the mindsets which have never worked for us will start working suddenly, and there isn't really any sort of explanation. And so this is the main point of this video. I won't drag you for any longer, that basically the mindsets which you are gaining through watching certain, like, maybe motivational videos or self-improvement videos on YouTube, they might not work for you right now, and so it's kind of like you are somewhat wasting your time watching useless videos, because instead of watching those self-improvement videos you could have taken action and you could have done something more productive. But in a sense you will keep those mindsets or mental frameworks in your brain, and once like a specific situation happens, a specific framework will suddenly pop up which you have forgotten about, but it suddenly pops up, and it will fit like precisely into that situation, and it will start working for you. But not all the frameworks which work for you right now will continue to work for you for, I don't know, for the rest of your life. For instance, if you look at my wall, I have several papers sticked to it, and most of them have a certain mindset or mental framework on it, but literally none of those actually work for me anymore. So each paper that I have on the wall is literally useless right now. I am not looking at it anymore because it doesn't work for me. And so this is another thing which you have to keep in mind, that if you have a framework or a mindset which works for you right now, it might not work for you in, I don't know, 2 years time. And so that was what I wanted to talk about. Hopefully it was valuable. I just wanted to share with you the fact that you shouldn't beat yourself up for not being the same as people on the internet, that they talk about how they achieved success once they walked in or they went all in. And the fact is that for them it might have worked, but for you it might not work, at least not at the moment. And so that is what I wanted to share with you. So don't beat yourself up for not being the same as other people, because you have gone through different situations, through different experiences compared to them, and so it makes sense that something will work for them whilst the same thing might not work for you. And so if you have any sort of question you would want to ask, you can comment it down below. That way I will answer your question if I am capable of it, as well as you will also help me boost the video, and afterwards you can watch this video next.